I used to believe that in order to live a fulfilled, genuine, purposeful life, you had to have a balance in life. And I remember, like, once I heard of this concept of having like a work life balance. I I honestly thought like doing things like 2 hour long morning routine, or um just doing things that were taking myself more into account, more than what was really needed. And eventually through this process, I came across the realization that there's a difference between equivalent and balance. Like equivalent, like two and two is equal to each other. Four and four is equal to each other. 25, 25, 25, and 25 are equal to each other. They all add up to 100, right? But balance, if I have a pound of rocks and I have a pound of feathers, there's going to be more feathers than there will be rocks. So in terms of equality, it's not there, but in terms of balance, it is there. There's more of the feathers than there are the rocks. And in my personal life, I don't need 8 hours of sleep every single night. I don't need to go out. I don't need to drink. I don't need to smoke. I don't need to sleep with women. I don't need to go on a week vacation every 90 days. I don't need to meditate for a week straight so I can get back to being like I don't need to interrupt the, I guess you could say, the flow or work state in which I am in order to get back to me. I don't have to. I don't know what it is. Like I can work every single day for the rest of my life with no vacations. I think I'd be fine with it. Like I have no doubt I'd be fine with it. And I think for me, what I believe is that it is not the quantity, but it is the quality in which you give that makes it a balance. Okay, so to revert back to what I was trying to illustrate earlier, with me saying like I could work for the rest of my life. If I, let's say, 365 days out of the year I am working, I take that back. If I do 360 days out of the year I'm working, but 5 of those days I'm taking time to enjoy my peace. I'm enjoying um, my rest. Like I'm enjoying time to myself, quote unquote. I'll be okay. I like that right there. That's enough. Like that is enough for me to be able to, I guess you could say, regenerate and get back to where I need to be. Because it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to have balance. That's the perfect. And I'll draw it in. I'm starting to illustrate this a little bit more as I go. It doesn't take much to balance something out. It doesn't. I'll go back to the feather and rocks analogy. If I had a pound of feathers and now I need to balance the same amount of feathers and rocks, it wouldn't take me that much rocks to equal to a pound of feathers. So it doesn't take much for you to be at peace or for you to feel refreshed. Like, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. And the ideology of balance has, for me, it's kind of repugnant in a way. It's just, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Now, for some people, their balance is different. So for some people, they need to take 300 days out of the year and 60 days vacation. You know, like, everybody's different. But I know for me, I could work every single day for 364 days and have one day to do nothing. I'd be good. I'd be good. So don't get, my point I'm trying to get across is, don't let this ideology of balance get in the way of where you want to go and where you want to be. Because when you get so caught up of thinking balance is equality, you'll always be more behind than you think, right? Sometimes you're going to be thinking like, I feel like I'm going over the top with my nutrition. Like, I need at least one cheat day a month, right? And maybe you start out that way. But just keep in mind, the moment you do that, you're also setting yourself back a little bit. And that's the, I guess you say, the dilemma of it. Because, like, if I go 360 days out of the year working and only 5 days I'm actually, like, enjoying my peace, I have to be at peace with knowing that within those 5 days I could have got work done. But I have to see that time as time to enjoy myself and be at, yeah, and enjoy myself. I was going to say be at peace, but, you know, peace is my joy. And enjoy that time for myself. So if, the analogy I just gave, if I eat clean every single day, but have one cheat day out the month, and that is just something I have to do, like, I that's my balance, that's my rock to my feathers, that's fine. That's cool. Right? If you, I don't believe, I mean, like, if you drink, I guess, but let's say you don't drink for every, I don't know, 90 days. I don't even want to say that. Let's say you only drink on holidays, like when you're with, like, family or whatever, and which is like maybe 2 or 3 times a year. Cool. I mean, that's your rock. That's your balance. That's offsetting the feathers for you to enjoy yourself a little bit, enjoy life a little bit. But don't get so confused and thinking equality and balance should be the same when they're not. Like, you are missing out on so many opportunities because you think balance is equality. And it's not. It's not. Balance is not weighed on two, I want to watch my words here. Balance isn't weighed on two congruent factors, right? I'm trying to give another analogy. Like a book bag and a book bag. They're both the same. They equal to each other. But a book bag and a suitcase are not the same, but they can be the same in terms of storage space, depending upon how big the bag is and how big the suitcase is, or maybe how small the suitcase is. It's balance, right? And I used to truly think that if you didn't keep your life within a equality state every single day, you wouldn't truly be fulfilled or purposeful in life. And I'm so blessed that I've come across the idea that, like, that's not true. Like, there are people who work every single day, no days off, nothing. But maybe 1 or 2 times out of the year, they chill and they're balanced. Like, that is what balance looks like. So don't be deceived by, like, when people tell you, oh, do you have a good work-life balance, or you need to balance your sleep schedule, or you need to balance your work schedule with, you know, taking some time towards you. listen, if you have something that you want to achieve, whether it's, I always give the same examples every single time, but fitness, a business, blah, blah, blah. If it's something that you truly want to be successful in, and it's something that is going to take time, don't listen to that garbage of being, you need to be balanced. Because what they're saying is, like, you need to have equality amongst the work you're putting in, and it should be equal to each and every single thing. But that's not, no. Not at all. But this was just something short that was on my mind. Because I was really sitting here and thinking, like, I'm doing a lot, right? Like, what is it, 9:30 right now? I'll probably go to bed at like 10:30. I really need to go to bed like now. But, you know, it's my rock. It's my rock. Or no, these are my feathers. These are my feathers. Maybe when I go on my trip by the end of the month, that'll be my rock. Who knows? But I was just sitting here and I was thinking to all the things I'm doing. I'm waking up early, 4 a.m. I'm going to the gym. I'm staying on top of my diet. Like, I have never been so strict on my diet in my life. Like, these past 3 weeks, Lord. And I just thought to myself, like, if I was the type of person, like, oh, I gotta have balance, that the percentage would shift. Like, getting 8 hours of sleep, barely having time to go to the gym, exercising. I don't think I'd be meal prepping. Like, it fascinates me, cause the numbers in my mind, it's like work, my business, and fitness take up 93% of my time. Friends, family, having fun are like maybe less than 4% of that. The other filled in space is probably like, yeah, it's probably like sleep, you know? But that's what makes me balanced. Like, those were like those small percentages. Those are my rocks. You know, the work, my nutrition, fitness, and my business. Those are my feathers. Those are my feathers, and it's gonna look like a lot more. But when I have the time with family and with friends, making memories, having fun, traveling, whatever, that 4%, that's like my rock. That is my rock. And the percentage may be small, but in my mind, it's like it's equally distributed. So it's balanced. It's balanced. So don't be afraid of putting more time and effort into something that is more so a feather, and putting more feathers on the side of the scale and having less rocks on the other side. I hope that analogy made sense for some of you, but yeah, don't really know how I'm gonna end this one off. But moral of the story: balance isn't equality.